The film opens in a small Italian village in 1943, where the protagonist, 12-year-old Luca, lives a modest but happy life with his mother, Rosa, as the war rages on across Europe. The town begins to feel the looming threat of Nazi invasion. Luca's idyllic childhood is soon shattered as soldiers close in on their village, forcing the townsfolk to make desperate decisions to protect their children. The early scenes establish the close bond between Luca and Rosa, as well as the community's resilience. However, their peace is disrupted when news arrives that Nazi forces are advancing. Families begin preparing to flee or hide, but options are limited. Rosa learns about a secret operation organized by resistance fighters, a train designed to transport children to safety in northern Italy. The operation is risky, as the train must pass through Nazi-controlled territories, but for Rosa, it is the only chance to save Luca. After a tearful goodbye, Rosa sends Luca away, clutching a small bag with essentials and a journal where he can write down his thoughts. The camera lingers on Rosa's face, capturing her heartbreak as the train departs under the cover of darkness. The children aboard the train come from various villages and backgrounds. Initially frightened and uncertain, they gradually bond over shared stories and experiences. Matteo, an older and street-smart boy, quickly becomes a leader among the group, taking Luca under his wing. At multiple checkpoints, the train is stopped and searched by Nazi soldiers. The children are coached to remain silent, but the tension is palpable as the resistance fighters disguised as train workers try to deflect suspicion. The group faces danger when they discover a Nazi sympathizer aboard the train. The saboteur attempts to signal their location, but Luca and Matteo manage to alert the resistance fighters in time to prevent disaster. As the train passes through open countryside, it is caught in an aerial bombardment. The children and fighters hide in a nearby forest while the train is repaired. This sequence is a harrowing display of the war's indiscriminate violence, with the children witnessing the destruction of nearby villages. Despite the terror, moments of hope and camaraderie shine through. Luca writes about the journey in his journal, crafting stories to comfort the younger children. His creative spirit becomes a source of inspiration for the group, even as they face constant peril. After days of travel, the train reaches its destination, a hidden sanctuary in the mountains, operated by Italian resistance fighters. The sanctuary provides temporary relief, with food, shelter, and safety. The children begin to recover and adapt, but the war remains ever present. Luca's journal becomes a symbol of hope as he documents the bravery of the resistance fighters and the resilience of the children. The leaders of the sanctuary recognize Luca's talent and encourage him to continue writing. However, the peace is short-lived. The Nazis discover the sanctuary's location through an informant. The discovery sets off a high-stakes sequence as the resistance fighters organize a hurried evacuation. The children are divided into smaller groups to increase their chances of survival, but Luca and Matteo used to leave together without helping the others. In a pivotal moment, Luca and Matteo come up with a plan to distract the Nazis, using their knowledge of the terrain and the lessons they've learned during their journey. They create a diversion that allows the resistance fighters to lead the children to safety. The sanctuary is destroyed in the ensuing battle, and some lives are lost, but the majority of the children escape thanks to the bravery of the fighters and the sacrifices made that night. As the war ends, Luca is reunited with Rosa, who has been secretly aiding the resistance in their village. Their tearful reunion is a moment of profound emotional relief, underscoring the sacrifices Rosa made to ensure Luca's survival. The film closes with Luca, now an adult, speaking at a memorial honoring the resistance fighters and the children who did not survive. He holds his journal, now a published book, and shares the stories that defined his childhood and shaped his life. Subscribe for more movie recaps.